So I want you to watch that close. Make sure I didn't cheat you on the seconds. They get kind of quick when you start burning, so I might have cheated you. So count for me. Leave a comment below if I cheated on the seconds. I'll make it up to you somehow. What's up, guys? Jordan Nevels back, and today I want to give you one of the best back workouts that you can possibly get, all right? So one of the most impressive things on a physique is when somebody turns around and they have that V taper, okay? That's the small waist, and then the lats flare out as you go up, okay? So that's kind of the ideal we're going after as a physique for a guy, okay? So how do you do that? Doing an effective and smart back workout, all right? So you want to hit it from every single angle, using different variations, different rep ranges, different tempos, different weights. So we're going to cover all that today, guys, and give you a great back workout. Without further ado, let's jump right in, all right? For the first thing, I always like to start my back workouts on a machine. A lot of people like to do compound movements and go heavy as they can on the first exercise. Well, I like to start this off so I can get that mind-muscle connection dialed in. You already know, I'm all about time under tension and squeezing the reps as hard as you possibly can. So we're gonna start that on the machine because that's twofold. It allows you to get the blood into the joints and the muscles first, and it allows you to dial in that connection so you can really just squeeze before you go on to the heavy compound movements, all right? So right here, I'm gonna use this machine here. I like to go with the row. You're gonna see me hit two different angles. So I'm gonna go here, and it's gonna give me more of a low row just by adjusting the seat up into a higher angle, okay? So you'll see the elbow angle is gonna drop a little bit lower, so I'm squeezing kind of in that mid and lower lat area where a lot of people lack. So I'm gonna hit here for 20 on the left side, then I'm gonna drop down, and I'm just gonna adjust the angle by switching my body. So I'll drop down here on the one knee, and now you'll see the angle is gonna come down into an angle. So I'm almost chopping down into that lower lat, all right? So that's gonna hit you at two different angles just to activate the entire back and postural chain right from the get-go from the first exercise. So we'll go 20 here, hard and squeeze, then we'll drop to the ground and hit 20 that way, okay? Then we'll switch arms, just go back and forth. We're gonna do 4 total sets, okay? I've already warmed up a little bit. Make sure you always warm up between your sets, okay? Go light, go light, go light. Just get the blood flowing and then jump into your heavier working sets, all right? So 4 working sets, 20 reps and 20 reps, top and bottom, each arm. Let's get it, all right? Now, let me go through technique-wise. On the back, any exercise you see me do at the back, one of the #1 keys is gonna be the chest position. When you row back, always lift the chest, all right? I say it's almost like Superman takes a cape and he pokes the chest out, okay? Or you're gonna chest bump somebody. That's what you wanna do when you're activating the back. Why? Because when you're driving here, when you're tucking back, the scapula's back, elbow drive, just by lifting up the chest right in here, now you're gonna get more back activation, especially when you're trying to hit the lats in the mid-back area, right? So never row and bend forward or have the shoulders roll forward. Always shoulders back, retracted, chest is up and out, boom, squeeze. Keep the elbow, boom, nice and tight, squeeze, hold, and that's how you're gonna get the peak contraction into the back, all right? Let's get it. So I'm here, you'll see the chest up, squeeze. Control it on the way out, and squeeze. You wanna focus on driving the elbow back, not pulling with the forearm and the bicep. Try to drive and let the elbow lead the movement. Squeeze. When you lead with the elbow, you're really gonna feel the contraction right in the lat, okay? Squeeze. Every rep, hard squeeze, as hard as you can get it. Drop down here, now I'll show you the bottom angle. So I'm here, hands here to brace, the chest is still up. That's a really good angle. So now I'm chopping down, really digging into that lower lat. Control out, let the lat stretch, and drive. We'll switch sides. Remember, you're gonna do 20 reps. Just for the sake of time, I'm not gonna bore you to death and hit all 20 reps, but I just wanna see the technique and make sure you're hitting it right. Every rep, that's crucial. Squeeze. Intensity on every rep. Let's take it down. Nice and tall, chest up. Dig down in. Stretch. One more. Woo! So you'll see right from the start, from that very first exercise set, you're gonna get the blood pumping, okay? So now the mid-back's pumping up, the lats are pumping up, and that's exactly what you want out of your very first exercise. So I recommend, like I said, starting with a machine, because you don't have to balance, you don't have to bring the core into it so much, and you can just drive and squeeze, get that mind-muscle connection started as early in the workout as you can, and then it's gonna carry you all the way through, all right? So remember, 4 total sets, we'll do 3 more working sets, 20-20, really squeeze hard, and let's get it lit up, all right? Now we're gonna move from that right into our first compound exercise, all right? If you got a bar or anything that's above the head, I suggest just getting a little light stretch in between sets. Nothing hard and nothing real strenuous, all right? Just a little bit of a light stretch before you go and pump it back up again, all right? So for our first real compound exercise, we're gonna use the Smith machine. I know a lot of you guys are like, Smith machine, what? But yeah, Smith machine is a great machine if utilized correctly. And one of the things I love to use it on is the barbell row, okay? So now with the Smith machine setup, this allows you to just squeeze, okay? So barbell row, instead of having to balance and the low back having a lot of strain on it, and once you get tired, you can't get any more reps, this allows you to just be able to just focus only on the back and squeeze, okay? And that's the main thing we want to do. So I'm going to step in. If you've got a Smith machine rack, jump in and use this. I'm going to show you the angle that I'm going to hit to where you can get the most tension on the back, okay? So when I step in, when you're rowing, you don't want the elbows flared out here, okay? The elbows are going to come back at an angle. So the elbows are going to shift, boom, squeeze right there, okay? So it'll look like this. I'm here, boom. So you can just see the squeeze in the back just from the angle of the elbow. Now if the elbow's out here, now you're gonna hit more rear delts. That's not the focus, okay? So boom, squeeze, full stretch, boom, and squeeze, okay? We wanna do that every single rep, hard contractions. Let's get it, right? So we're gonna go through 4 sets of this compound exercise, okay? 4 sets, anywhere from 10 on up into reps, okay? Not really gonna count the reps, so we're just going for the burn, the squeeze, locking in that mind-muscle connection. Everyone's intense, all right? At least 10 reps, or the weight's too heavy, you come on down. Here we go. So here. Woo! So that's a nice little warm-up set there. So I'll go in, add a little bit more. We're gonna hit 3 more working sets of that, okay? But same exact technique. Every rep's hard and intense. You'll see that I paused on every single rep. So when I drove up, boom, I stuck it, got a 1 to 2 second hard contraction, and that's just gonna fill out the back. This is gonna make sure the muscles are contracting as hard as they possibly can. Because remember, we're trying to build a physique. We're not just moving weight just for the sake of moving weight, okay? I'm trying to build a physique and make you look the best you can possibly get. Okay, 3 more sets left. Let's do it. Now, for our third exercise, we're gonna come over to the standard dumbbell row, okay? So you'll see the way I do the dumbbell rows when I set up. Now I'm doing this because I'm in a gym where there's nobody, okay? So if you got a crowded gym, please take the dumbbells somewhere else. Don't be in the front hogging up all the space, all right? But since nobody's in here, I'm gonna do that. So I'll put my hand up here, which is gonna give me a nice base here, right? First thing I'm gonna do, tighten up the hamstrings, glutes are tight, low back's tight, all right? You never want the low back arched, always nice and tight, flat, neutral spine there, the lumbar. I'm gonna hang, full hang. Remember, driving with the elbow, nothing changes. From the very first exercise to the last exercise we do, we're gonna drive with the elbow, okay? That's gonna contract the back. So we stretch, boom. Hard squeeze, trying to keep the elbow close to the body so that way we keep the focus on the lats, okay? We're gonna do 4 sets rather. I'll move up the ladder a little bit. I've already warmed up. Remember, start lighter, continue to warm up, and just climb up the ladder. I'm gonna hit my first working set. We'll use 95s, and then I'll kind of adjust and go up a little bit from there. And then on the last and final set, we got a nice little burnout, okay? We'll get to that. So let's get it, all right? We're gonna hit about 10 reps at least. Same thing, not counting, but as long as we get 10, we're in that good money spot, okay? So we'll get here. Nice good base, and boom, drive. 2, 3, So we're gonna move up a little bit for the next set. We got 3 sets left. We'll jump on up. Same exact thing, all right? Then we'll get that nice, good burnout set for you, okay? Set 2. All right, guys, so one tip that I told you before that I want to reiterate on these is still keep the chest up, okay? So even though I'm in a bent over dumbbell position, when I pull up, I'm still lifting the chest without trying to raise the angle of my back up and down, okay? So you don't want to raise up and pull, but I want to lock in, pull, and still lift the chest, and that's going to give you that extra little bit of range of motion to get that contraction, okay? Let's get it. For the burnout, okay, for that last and final exercise set that we're gonna do, okay, on the rows, you'll see here, I'm gonna start with 100 on the bottom rack over here, okay? So if you gotta start with 50, whatever weight is almost at your max at about 80% of where you're at, that's gonna be the weight you start with, okay? So I'm gonna do one arm down the whole bottom rack here. I'm gonna drop 5 pounds each rep, and I'm gonna do 5 reps, okay? So basically, I'll start with 100, I'll hit 5 reps, put that up, 95, 5 reps, and so forth until I get all the way down to the bottom rack, okay? Then I'll come right back up and hit the right arm, same thing, okay? Drop 5 pounds, hit 5 reps, 5 for 5s, okay? Now's where the volume comes in, okay? Natural lifters, we need that volume, we need that volume. Let's get it, left arm. Last one. Last 5. There it is. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we're gonna go right back up. We gotta hit the right side, okay? Woo! Work that cardio system. Being in shape, not just about lifting weights. The heart gotta be in shape too, right? Woo! Let's get it, right side. Woo! Come on. That's a great set. But now we're gonna come into the T-bar row, okay? If you just have a T-bar row, and if you have a setup like this at your gym, if not, you can just put it in a corner and sit a weight on it, that'll help as well. But we're gonna do some T-bar rows now, okay? I like to do these one-arm T-bar rows because it just gives a little bit different feel than when we do the dumbbells. So, set up on the T-bar row here. You can do it 2 different ways. So I like to stand up here. Some people like to stagger the feet. As far as here, some people like to be squared up. I'll do some of both, okay? I suggest starting with just the bar first. That way you can get your angle down as far as you need to scoot up or move back, okay? But the idea is elbows still traveling backwards, but this T-bar row is gonna give you a little bit different feel, and you're gonna feel it up into the lat a little bit more, okay? So I'll show you here, I'll run through a set. We're gonna do 4 sets on this as well. Same deal, at least 10 reps each arm, okay? At least 10 reps. I use the 25 as well, if you note. I like to use the 25 and just stack them up. Reason why is with the 25, you can get a little deeper pull, okay? Especially if you're doing between the legs. I see a lot of guys do the V-bar between the legs, but they got 45 stacked on there, but they can only get the range of motion to here before the 45 hits you in the stomach. Use the 25s, now you can get better range of motion, okay? So let's get it. Nice and tall, shoulders back, nice and tight. Squeeze, stretch. Now if you want to stagger, you can do that too. I feel more comfortable. Square it up. Woo! Step right over. Hit the other side. Nice and tall. Chest up still. Woo! Now, you're really gonna like that one. I suggest you try that, throw that into the routine, and start doing those, and you're gonna see a real good development in the back, okay? I know you see a lot of guys, and we laugh at them, they walk like this, like they can't put the arms down. These exercises will really get you like that. You're gonna be walking around stuck like that, and people are gonna be laughing at you. But that's what we want, all right? Really effective exercises, hit it from all angles, and that's gonna give you ultimate back growth, okay? We'll add a little bit more weight on here, 3 more sets. Let's get it. Next, we're gonna come over, we're gonna hit variations of pull downs, okay? So I'm gonna start with the rope here, and I'm gonna show you how I like to do this as far as the standing rope pull, and then I'm gonna superset that with the pull down, okay? You'll see here that I got the bench set up here. This is a very old school movement that the old school guys used to do. It gives an amazing angle and contraction for the upper back. So you'll see that I'll come here, I'll start superset, 20 reps, come over here, superset, 20 reps on the pull down, okay? So I'll demonstrate each one when we get over there to it. We're gonna hit 4 sets total, 3 of each, and then on that last set, we're gonna do a Nevels set, which you know has to do with the time under tension, okay? So we'll get to that when we get there. Let's start here. So I'm here. I like to be more upright. People do them a lot of different ways, bent over, so forth. None of that's wrong. This is just the way that I prefer to do them, okay? So nice and tall, upright, chest out. I'll get to stretch here, and then I wanna visualize like I'm pulling in, okay? Instead of pulling straight down, I'm pulling in and pulling in here, poking out the chest at the bottom, okay? So I'll show you how it looks. We'll get 20 reps, nice and tall, stretch in the lat, squeeze, pull in, pull in. Then we'll come right over to the pull down. You'll see where the angle is. It's not completely upright. It's just at a slight angle here. So that way it's gonna put me in an automatic position that I need to be to get the best contraction on the pull down. So you'll see I'm leaning in right here. Hands are now shoulder width apart. Driving the elbows. Lift the chest just slightly. And it's gonna put you in an amazing position for that contraction. Squeeze. Full stretch, squeeze. Full stretch, squeeze. Let's talk about something that really stretches the lats out, putting you at that angle. You're gonna feel like Superman stretching out, but it's really gonna make that upper back work and give you great contraction, okay? So we're gonna hit 2 more sets of these, back and forth, 20 reps of each. Then that last set will be a Nevels set, which is a superset. We'll do 20 reps here, and then when we come over here, we're doing time under tension. So we're gonna hold the first rep 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, all the way till we get to 10 reps, okay? So that 10th and final rep, you should be holding and squeezing 10 seconds at the bottom as hard as you can, okay? Let's get it. Time for the double set, baby. Let's do it. So, remember, we're gonna do 20 reps of an exercise that just pumps blood in there, which is gonna be our pull down here with the rope. Then we're coming over here to more of a movement that's gonna be heavier, but we're gonna really hold and contract for a time under tension, okay? Remember, 1 second, ascending up, all right? Here we go. Count them seconds slow, baby. Come on. 1, 2. Squeeze that mid back. 2 more. One more. Come on, baby. Oh, pump. So I want you to watch that close. Make sure I didn't cheat you on the seconds. They get kind of quick when you start burning, so I might have cheated you. So count for me. Leave a comment below if I cheated on the seconds. I'll make it up to you somehow. But good set. We got 1 more exercise we're gonna hit. So let's go over there and finish it out. For the last and final exercise, we're gonna do a version of the deadlift here, okay? But I wanna focus more on the traps because traps are part of the back. You can do them on shoulder day, really any day, but I wanna do these on back day, okay? Really, I've neglected my traps for way too long, and I feel like a lot of people do in their physique, so when you turn around, you're kind of missing that top part. So we want to bring those in, and I really want to focus on that and build that part up on me. So these will help do that, okay? So this is a standard kind of deadlift machine, hammer strength. They have it in a lot of gyms. If you don't have it, you can do it with a barbell or dumbbell, okay? But for the sake of these, we're going to use this machine here. Now, the way I like to do it, the reason I'm kneeling down is I'm going to show you from the bottom. I'll start in, low back's tight, shoulders back. Before I stand up like I would on a normal deadlift, I'm gonna go ahead and shrug the shoulders. So it's gonna be here to contract the traps, and then I'm gonna pull it up. Once I get to the top, I'll relax traps, drive up, full stretch, drive up again, return back to the starting position, okay? So basically it's gonna be a deadlift, trap deadlift, with 2 shrugs at the top, then back down, okay? We're only gonna do 10 reps of these. We're gonna do 4 total sets, all right? 4 total sets. Just make sure, keep your technique tight, okay? So start light. I'd rather you start very light, get the technique perfect, instead of loading up the weight, getting rounding in the lumbar, and trying to get risking injury, okay? So let's start this. Jumping in, everything's nice and tight. We'll shrug shoulders, then drive, relax, and 1. They're getting kind of weak. Come on. 2 more. Get up. Get up. 1 more. They got kind of weak. Those were sad at the end, I ain't gonna lie. Woo! Those are some sad shrugs. I apologize, but hey, that's good work now. Woo! So we're gonna do 3 more sets of that, okay? 4 sets total, only 10 reps. Remember, squeeze, then drive, and shrug, okay? Put that tension in the traps. We'll load that up, finish out with a hard 3 sets, and then that's a great back workout for the week. Then the next time we see you, I'll show you a whole different back routine that I like to do, okay? Come on. That's it, baby. That's great work. Woo, it burns. That's a great workout. Thank you for joining in again. I appreciate your time as always. I ask if you would, please try the workout. Leave in the description below any thoughts, any feedback. Show me how you liked it, what you didn't like, and then even some suggestions of what you would like to see in the future, okay? I always appreciate your time. I'm humbled that you're even here to check out the channel. Hope you continue to support me and make a community where we support each other, right? So, until next time, Natural Nevels, God bless you and God keep you, and I'll see you then.